Welcome back to Design Time. We are here at Tri-City Furniture in Auburn with Kathy Kilborn. Before we get started, grab your phone, scan the QR code on your screen to learn more about today's topic. We are talking about protecting your furniture maintenance for pet owners. Now, Kathy, we all love our pets, of course, but there is some maintenance that needs to be done when it comes to protecting your furniture.
Yes, I love pets. I love the cats and the dogs and maybe the hamster. Not so sure about that one. But the problem with what comes with a pet is the fur that they give off. And in our house, fur can be a major problem.
Yeah.
You may clean the tops, but there's a whole lot more that you need to be aware of with pets.
So why is pet hair a bigger deal than we think?
Well, pet hair is just like fluffy and nice, and it's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
It's in the air, it's in the arms, it's in the cushions, it's down under the cushions, and especially for pieces that work. So swivel rockers, recliners, anything that has motion, the hair gets into those areas and can be big damage.
So what happens when hair gets into the mechanisms of furniture?
So in a mechanism, the problem is it will clog the movement, and you might hear a clunk. You might not have it move as easily. It might chug. And so it will cause those items to have a problem. And especially with the electronics, because the fur is all airborne, it can be sucked into different parts, even into a USB port. There's lots of different things that the hair will get into, and so it's important to think about that and to consider the cleaning of it.
You mentioned this a little bit already, but tell us more. What happens when hair attaches to a recliner's mechanism?
Yeah, so the thing is that it's going to get into your fabric and you might have to pick it out. It would be much better to maybe use a cover to try that, to eliminate some of that. It's easily to take off and put back on. When my grand dog comes over to visit, I swear there's more fur on my sofa than is on his body. So I put a twin sheet over my cushions and then I just wash the sheet. So there are things that are important, but if it gets into the mechanism, then you kind of got some problems because it can really damage, burn out the motors. And so this was a chair that came in which quit working, but when it was tipped over, you could see there was so much dust and dirt and dog hair in the mech itself that it just wasn't working.
And the people who owned this probably didn't realize that right away, did they?
There's something wrong with the chair. Well, yeah, there's something wrong with it. And if you get to this point, then you are talking dollars, because if it wrecks the motor or wrecks the mechanism, that's going to be costly. Even calling someone to just come check your chair usually isn't free. And trust me, this kind of problem is not ever warranted. So it would be better if you would have a daily maintenance or a weekly or a monthly at least to make sure that the area is very, very clean. And keep in mind, there's a lot of areas where you don't even think about it. Maybe down in the seat between the back and the bottom, it's just clogged full of hair. So again, those things are important to keep clean so that the piece works correctly.
Are there any other hidden zones that might need cleaning?
Well, you can under seat cushions, if the cushion's like on a sofa, down in the backs of the arm, on the top of the pillow, because again, it's floating in the air. So you might not think it's there, but if you take a look, you'll actually find it down under the skirt. There's a lot of places that dog hair can hide, and it really is hard on furniture if you don't keep it off.
Well, do you have any tips for us on how to clean these places of furniture?
Well, vacuuming. Use a hose, suck it out, tip your recliner over, make sure that all those working parts are clean. swivel rockers. It can get into the swivel. So make sure you use that hose. And I'll tell you, a dog brush for $10 or a lint roller are much less expensive than replacing a motor. So give it some attention and give it some cleaning, because if you have a pet, you're going to have this issue. And it's much better to have this little bit of cleaning, even brush the dog, because it gives you some time with the dog. He'd like it, and it has less air roaming in your house. So there's a little bit of things you can do, but making sure that it's not overrun by the hair from the pets is going to be the best thing for your pieces.
Well, any other signs that pet hair could be causing a problem?
Well, you know if your pet loses a lot of hair. I know my granddog comes in for 15 minutes and he's all over my legs. You know, that hair is just flying. So if you have that pet, make sure your cleaning regimen is much more focused on that. Make sure you tip your recliner over and take a look under the footrest. Make sure you look, because those working parts do not work well with dog hair or cat hair stuck in them.
And this is a great example of what happens if we don't clean these things.
Absolutely.
Right?
This was traded in, and when my guys brought it back, they were like, oh my goodness, so much hair in there. No wonder it quit working. So yeah, it is a problem, and we're seeing it more and more because we don't do regular maintenance on our furniture. We do maintenance on our car, but keep in mind, furniture has to have some maintenance too, especially with pets.
Especially with pets. Any final reminders for our viewers?
Just make sure that you clean it. Love your pet. I know they're going to be on the sofa.
They will. They'll end up on there eventually.
Yes. So you're going to have the hair issue. Make sure you make the maintenance part of it part of your normal cleaning, because we want it to last and we don't want you to have these kind of problems.
Well, Kathy, these are great tips. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Everything you need to know about taking care of your furniture with pets. You can always find more episodes of Design Time on our website as well. Just visit WNEM.com.